Hello everybody. Hello. How goes the it's today Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Apologies for missing yesterday. Thunderstorms were rolling through the area and I didn't want to bother with thunder rumbling in the background constantly, and also as thunderstorms will want to do, have the electric flicker, the fog gets separated into two parts. Didn't really want to deal with it. So skipped out yesterday, and we back today for the 10th day, as I'm currently tracking, of this wonderful adventure of New Game Plus, and arguably one of the best stories, well, Final Fantasy stories, maybe even story overall, that's ever been written. It is I, your resident Derplander, Blinkus. If I remember Tuesday correctly, we got one more to take out. We took out the Light Warden in Amarang. Almost lost anchor in the process as he 1v1 Ranjit. And then, yeah, it's pretty much the two big things that happen. And we are also totally not splitting apart at the seams from too much light absorption, and we are completely and totally fine. Fully fine, 100%, nothing's wrong with us. We're fine. Absolutely fine. But with that said, canonically, we go to sleep, we wake up, we march on Eulmore. For the last Light Warden is in Calusia, and odds are somebody in Eulmore, maybe a very high-ranking person, knows where that Light Warden is. So we're probably going to infiltrate the city and find out where, if it's not in the city itself. So let us head off to the Ocular. Also, because I am pro streamer, thanks, sir. Need to go in. Got a meeting to attend.
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest?
Yeah, I had 2 days of it.
That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring night to much of Norvrand. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrand once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First. A chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects, strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering. Me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard. A flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Asian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you. Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Eulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Eulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in right. There we may assess the situation in Eulmore and decide how best to proceed.
Alright, meet you there. And how's that for a little bit of a lore dump? Not only did all the worlds split apart, but everybody in them. So everybody is 1/14th of what they could be. And now we are 7. So we're basically about half the person that Emmett claims we could be. And also Emmett looks down upon us basically like we're insects, insignificant. Doesn't think us truly alive because we're not complete. Lena's apparently fully recovered. Yes. Did my lesson provoke thought, giving rise to further questions? 3 of you escaped the Sundering, but everybody else basically, as I just said, split into 1/14th of what they could be? Why, their varying beings were divided into 14, of course, yet by our power, we unsundered Ascians may raise up one of their fragments to their original office. But I suppose this in itself bears explaining. So, the names by which you know us are not, in fact, our names. Be it Elidibus or Lahabrea or Igorhythm. Igorm? I forget how you say your name. All are titles of office, and when an office is vacated, it may be filled by another. Over the eons, I have overseen several changing of the guard among us sundered brethren. And in such instances, the vacant title ordinarily goes to another fragment of the self-same soul. While it is by no means impossible to raise up wholly unrelated individuals, 'tis we whose reverent entries brought forth Lord Zordiak, whose souls he claimed at the beginning to make the truest servants. So if we were to defeat all the Ascians of the source, then none would remain to raise up new Ascians, and our kind would eventually fade from existence. You would like that, wouldn't you? Well, feel free to dream. 'Tis no crime to do so. And then, what about his true name? So what is your true name, sir? There may come a day when I reveal my true name to you, but this is not it. Of course, you may well die none the wiser, but life is full of such disappointments. Well, if you would excuse me, sir. I have a thing to have trouble clicking on. Oh wait, there's no point. It's odd. What could it be? She sees the light board. There you are, Lankus. The others have gone ahead to reconnoiter Gate Town. We ought to follow shortly. It has been a while, has it not, since the 2 of us infiltrated Eulmore? Since we faced Lord Valthree, and I felt such fury as I have never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and any abhorrence I felt for him entirely justified. Yet mingled with my rage there was something else. At first I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles, I found the answer. In Valthree's self-righteousness, in his absolute belief that he, and he alone, is the cure for the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of all my past follies flooding back. Sees in himself the part that made the Crystal Braves, and thought the one true savior of Eorzea was him. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I feel duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. Whether he will accept it with the good grace I did is another question. Yeah, it only just took you, like, your entire world shattering. What is it, Reen? Do you sense the light, Warden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer. 'Tis time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gate Town. Linkus, as a precaution, may I ask that you go first to ensure that the path is clear? The closer we are to Eulmore, the more I worry that Reen may be recognized. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. I can do that. Also, before we go, piss off. I don't trust you to not aggro. You hail the civilian, but he does not respond and continues his incoherent rambling. If he doesn't give a damn, then yeah, just leave him. Lord Vol 3, we hear, we obey. These people are zombies. Long live Lord Vol 3. Long live Lord Vol 3. Why are these people zombies? Ah, good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you noticed the people behaving strangely along the path. It's more of the same here. Stola and Alizé are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. This guy has no idea what's going on either. They're zombies. Yes, some aren't affected.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthri's mind control.
Alright, we already know that.
The extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
I forgot it was established a while ago that Baldur has mind control.
Curiouser.
I forgot about that.
We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way.
You're welcome.
But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alfino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alfino. I thought it best to bring him along.
Is that before or after you slapped him?
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Eulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorfrey starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nuts, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in our meringue.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through.
Giggity.
Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorfrey after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Eulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorfrey wieldeth power over sin-eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? It would serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up sin eaters and feeding them to people, altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave.
Turning people into sin eaters and feeding them to the people.
Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthra's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Well, it's a good thing stealth isn't really my thing. through the front gate. Keep it simple, I like it. We are like to encounter Ranjit again. One can only hope he's still licking his wounds. Yet even without him, Eulmore is an eminently defensible city, as you doubtless gleaned during your visit. When last I set foot inside its walls, I almost mistook it for our dear old Limsa, but it is full of unpleasant surprises, all of which is a long way of saying, be on your guard. He's over there. He's over there like, oh, damn, we've been eating Sin Eaters / people this entire time. Yikes. When we step through the gates, we shall find not the place of hedonistic pleasure we remember, but a battlefield. If you are prepared for this, then let us sally forth.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain. Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Long live Lord 4-3.
He would use his own people as shields.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Volthry's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
We're going to hit them non-lethally. Do no more than is necessary to subdue the civilians. We're wasting time. Reen, we hold them here while the others press on. All right. Have care, you two. The rest of you with me.
May the 12 guide you.
Their minds are not their own, remember. Avoid harming them whenever possible. Yeah, we're just taking them to 50%. Oh, these ones were actually taking 1 HP. There's no end to them. Urianger, would you care to make a stand? Glenn, Linkus, Press on with the others when opportunity doth arise. The way's clear. Come on, you two. Confound it. More of them. We were almost through. Right, my turn to make a heroic stand. As soon as there's a lull, push on.
Pay me back later.
Now, Linkus, into the tower. Just you take care, Alize. The justice from before. Apologies, friends, but you've reached a dead end. And on this sorry track, there's no turning back. We've a good life here, see? And we're not about to lose it. But fair's fair. We'll give you a good death. If you would fight us of your own volition, then we will not hold back.
Show's over.
This one's a real side splitter. But at least you'll die laughing.
You funny bone.
Let us climb to the canopy. From there we will take the crown lift. Still more soldiers. Leave them to me and press on. You got it, buddy.
You will find my master in his chamber. But only should you kill me this day. And you will not.
So you're... Are you one of his puppets too?
You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Ever since I submitted to my master's authority, I have been naught but a weapon. I exist only to destroy, and destroy you I will. Sure about that. Time to destroy two. You think you're gonna kill me? It's time we settle this, villain. There's the... If you would pass me, you must endure all that I have learned on the battlefield, for I am a weapon forged in the fires of war. Ah, there you are, my precious girls. Are you alright, Linkus? Yeah, I'm fine. He's not. The citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Volthree is otherwise engaged. Let's get to the upper level while we can.
Lord Vorthree! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance for the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Volthree's the Light Warden.
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah!
So why are you eating your buddies?
Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh God, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Some tiny ass wings for him.
Where did he go? in the heavens?
Just yoinks a mountain and has it float.
Did Vorthree do that?
Alright, guys. Everyone aboard the Lunar Whale, let's go.
Wait! That is Mount Golg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now.
Yeah, you're right, flight ceilings are a thing. I forgot.
But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
Why are you asking me? You don't need my permission. You do what you do.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthree's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
Good news, Linkus. It would seem that Reen is indeed able to reverse the effects of Volthry's influence. Even as we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn. The problem being, there's just no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting, and would appreciate your help if you're willing. Well, may as well. Hey, I can attune to the aetherite. So, here's some dream powder. We're administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate if you could assist in this task. Now, those afflicted are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting a search at the derelicts and working your way up. When you are done, be sure to let Reed know. Well, we may have given a very concentrated dose of dream powder to 3 individuals as we were storming the gates. No, I don't want this home point to be here. Where did I say it was again? Nice soil pots. Oh, that's one off screen. And Lord Volthry, you are my daily meal. You're already asleep, but here. Alright, so we go to the mainstay next. I know you. Oh yeah, you were the dude who was hanging off the cliff and it hurts. Please, Lord of all 3, take away the pain. You're the kind soul who saved me from falling to my death. My mistress, she's been injured. Please help her, I beg you. What is this? It's okay. Just gonna put her to sleep. And when we get to her, we'll get to her. She's sleeping. Medicine to help her rest while she awaits treatment, you say? Oh, thank you so much. She could been acting strangely. I didn't know what to do. Now I go back upstairs. Can we put the guard down? There he is. Stop trespassers, sullying a paradise. Dude, lay down. Where did you fly to, my sweet canary? Oh, there you are, Linkus. I've just finished aiding this man. Now for the next one. I put the 3 more people down until you get to them. More out in the derelicts and below, you say? So many of them. But Mephilia entrusted this power to me. I won't rest until I've helped everyone. I can bring them to you if you want. That would certainly make it easier for me to work. Thank you, Linkus. I'll do my best to keep pace. I think I'll let this one auto-scroll.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
You could say that.
Let me handle this. Citizens of Eulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a sin eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Volthry's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vor3.
Is there anything we can do to help?
No.
You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vor3 has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vor3 took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband.
Okay.
For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
Oh, really?
It's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't?
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
You just move a golem with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 10 people?
Well done, brother.
Today I learned he can move a probably 5-ton stone golem with 10 people.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
Yes, we do. Alrighty, folks. I think it's a good place to take the first break of the day. Get up, refill the water, stretch the legs, chug some water. Because I haven't been doing that. Yeah. Get up, stretch your legs, all that good stuff. Cat's meowing for some reason, so probably gonna give him some attention. So I will be right back in a couple of minutes, folks. Do not... folks, we back. That was a bit of an extended break. Sorry about that. When cat wants attention, cat wants attention. Now, what the hell did I have starting suit up? God, I suck at this. Alright, now that Eulmore has effectively been freed, and now the citizens want to pitch in and help us. The latter is situated to the north and west of Wright. Well, let's make our way there, Linkus. To be the BM things to teleport to Tomra. And then fly down. Booted Vol3 out of his own home, and he went and made a new home. Now the citizenry is like, Alphino got up in front of the entire city and was like, hey, you were mind controlled for the last like half hour or so in game, but just because you're mind controlled to stand with Vol3 whenever we try to sack the city, basically, doesn't excuse you for being dicks beforehand. Think about all those people you effectively kicked out of your city. Yeah, that wasn't Vol3, that was you. Here's the question I have. If we're doing thorough inspection down here, what about all the way the hell up there? Who's doing that inspection? Hey, hold on, I got it. I got it. I'll see to it. Oh, you can fly in here. Well, it's still standing. Yeah, who's inspecting like all this crap? So I have to ask. Who? Well, let me jump down over here. This game's no fun. Well, that's probably still wouldn't. Linkus, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? Yeah. For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Y'shtola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with ether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. Well, I'm not quite an 80 botanist, but at least know the concept of swing axe, hit tree, get wood. My thanks, Linkus. Directly to the south thou wilt find a dry dock, Venmont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. Oh, I thought I was getting the trees. Okay. gonna say, I probably need to go back into the diadem for a good bit. Because I'm only... What the hell am I? 65. Hello there, Sinner. Haven't seen you around here before. You're the gate town, I take it. If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We could do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. Actually, I need lumber to get the bottom rung moving. Or the ladder, rather. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favor in return. Okay. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber is lying around the yard, but most of it is kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithel for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. We get to do math. Alright, so calculator on my phone. You count 11 planks in the stack. There's stack number 2. Count 24 planks in the stack. So we're at 35. Yeah, taking stock. Whoop. Yeah, taking stock for your faith, are you? Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted, though. Oops. So we tossed them out. Oi, Grithel, another load's just arrived. 13 planks all told. Oops. But one's damaged. It's only good for kindling now. Alright then, bring the good ones here. We'll be sure to let Irvith know as well. However you say his name. So, how many planks does that make now? Hey, you're writing out these numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. Key items. 11, then 24, 68 in storehouse, 9 discarded, 13 delivered, 1 damaged. Which should be done, are you? So how many planks did you count? I got 106. Aye, that's exactly what I counted. Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock fair puts me to sleep, but it has to be done. As promised, I'll give you your lumber. What do you need it for, anyway? I already told you, we're rebuilding the ladder. Do you not see the people roofing up there? We're serious about the ladder. I'll be damned. If that's the case, please let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. That's a living, we always should do something greater. The fellow you say is in charge. You reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging in on his project? No, I don't think he'd mind. Wonderful. That rounds up the lads and lasses. We'll head over to the ladder, along with all the lumber you need. We did math good. Ah, thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure the lumber? We got 106 planks coming. Oh well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Tri's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not but that the work shall be completed ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward toward journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. Because a smile better suits a hero, am I right? Oh, these two are here. But prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. For the present, 'twould appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. Sit back and watch others do the work? Alright. I believe we call those supervisor positions.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Eulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible? Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them. Crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Eulmore. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. The vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amaroth. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
Remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the Source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal. A complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exarch? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl?
No.
What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
That wave.
Oh, I knew you could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. But solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett's self.
Yeah, because he's alone.
All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Yeah, there was 3 unsundered and now there's 2.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The 3 of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else. That's the spirit. Come on, then.
I could just fly up there, but sure. We could take the initial trip up and the first time in, what, 20 years?
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure, we ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears. No one but me remembers that day. Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Oh, missed it. And here we finally are, at top rung. The others should arrive ere long. Alphino, Linkus, come up here! There's something I need you to see! What could this be about? So we're going to point out that village and not the one up there. I guess you can't really see it from here. Yeah. There's a village, Linkus, over to the northeast. Is that northeast? It is. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I. But that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Linkus. Find the person. That was easy. You have located the mysterious person. However, it seems he has likewise spotted you, and hurriedly turns back to the village. Like, nope. There's someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable without knowing who they are. They say we investigate. I'm curious too, I must admit, and I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited. I love that they have this music play the entire time you're up here. For this entire part. Until you get into the village and then it goes away. Unlucky. These crates and barrels are laden with unknown contents. Probably don't really need to read the things. You hear faint sounds from inside the building. However, the door refuses to budge. Someone's clearly here. Got food hanging out. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently by your reckoning. Probably in here. Looks like a looks like a tavern. The cups are half empty, or half full depending on how you see such things. Behind a counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. What news, Linkus? Were you able to find anything of note? People are definitely still living here. Indeed. While there's no one to be seen, 'tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? Oh yeah, it's the artist guy. I honestly forget what voice I gave him. You're Tristal, the artist from Eulmore. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the city, as you were. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole. But tell me, what is this village? This is Enmity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Eulmore. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the bright cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did at any rate, until Mount Gold broke away from the earth. Then just as suddenly, the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up there would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? Well, you see, Valthry's a Sin Eater, not just a Sin Eater, but a Light Warden. And when we went to confront him, he fucked off to Mount Golg and tore it from the ground, so that we couldn't get to him. So Valthry's a Sin Eater, and he's fled to Mount Golg. This is a strange tale. I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there is anything I could do to help, you need but say the word. Your help will be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Valthry, we must find a way to reach Mount Golg. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I'll tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but the village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Yet another hapless soul that Alpha knows saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Linkus and I are going to scout the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh? Very well then. Just take care out there. Crossroads. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. We aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while then. Thought I was a special mob here for a sec. Everything's got some beat to him now. Level 78. No. A more permanent no.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there.
Took down 3 myself.
You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it?
You could say that.
If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on. And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems.
Probably because of the fact that it's hovering who knows how many feet above the ground.
Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
What the? Drill bits?
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
And the Exarch.
Urianger. And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us atop Rung. Thither should we make our way.
I don't know how flying works in this game, but I know in WoW you can still get dazed when you're airborne, which kicks you off and then shatters every bone in your body when that happens. I don't know where I was going with that thought, but yeah. That's a B rank. Anybody say much? Concerned for my health, are you? Indeed, we are a little far from the Crystarium, but rest assured, this old man can muster up another win for what is to come. This we all gathered. The Reen, I am afeard, did not much enjoy the ascent. Forgive us our delay. The Exarch arrived and we took some time to apprise him of the situation. Soon after you left, who should arrive in Amnesty but Urianger and the Exarch? I'm glad they were able to find you. I'm told you went ahead to scout out the volcano. I don't suppose some grappling hooks will suffice. Maybe. All that grinding and shaking, I was afraid the lift floor would fall out from underneath me. Oops. But don't worry, I'm sure the trembling will go away soon. Aww. She's, kind of afraid. I didn't expect to see the Chais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gulg. For this, we'll need to put all our heads together. What? Oh. Ah, crap. I am a pro streamer, don't mind me. There we go.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthry's winged devils.
Pretty much.
We might consider Amaro, but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Eulmore's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Cid, we are in no position to attempt a refit.
Frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to us.
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder and seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Balderdash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose... If its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. Solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required.
What you thinking, buddy?
Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Well, let's see. First, we need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found in the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It would be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoraine. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Eulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a Talos of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Eulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maul, and even those miners?
Yeah?
But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand.
Yeah, we got around.
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
The artist Alphino and his assistants.
Oh, dearest, have you forgotten already? Alphino told us that when we first met.
Actually, that may not have been... never mind.
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
No pressure.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
Sounds good.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Maybe. He's fine. Give him a pat on the back, he's fine. Shall we see how we might be of service? Yeah, I guess. When he asked for my hand, my husband promised that he would one day build a Talos that could take us to the very heavens. And now he'll do it. Have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Oh, excuse me. These are sneaking up on me. I apologize. Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of the locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. Well, there's a couple of people that live off to the east of here. What? A village of Eulmore in exiles? But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They could possibly be willing to cooperate. Oh, this will never work. Never. Should have never fixed that ruddy lift. Never should have ridden it up here. Never should have. Never should have. Oh dear. Darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him, Malinkus. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. A bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You'll need to find another way to stoke the fires of his motivation, awaken his sense of daring. It's an actual duty. He's plagued with self-doubt. I can't do it. No one can. A Talos of that size. No one's ever dreamed of it. You know, Alphino once struggled to collect firewood of all things. He did, but he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. I suppose even the most capable among us have struggles to overcome. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers. They're not a bally likely to give it. Tristol's among them. You said so yourself. Lest you've forgotten, we essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. Well, things don't improve by themselves. You gotta take that first step. I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. There's a chance for everyone to come together. Even if they hurled stones at me, perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. What then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous Talos is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. And even if by some miracle the people of Amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, they'd think that the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. Well, there was a one time we flooded a castle to get to the person within. That was a thing. Well now, to flood the very castle you sought to reclaim. Such a strategy would indeed be considered absurd, yet you succeeded not in spite of, but because of it. Our own strategy may likewise seem absurd, but maybe, just maybe, it stands a better chance of success for it. But be that as it may, there are risks to consider should the venture fail. Imagine for a moment that we fail to reach Volthory and only succeed at provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters, and we'll meet a horrible end. Well, then we'll go together. Oh, so I could die with you? How very kind of you to offer. But if it's all the same, I'd rather keep on living. Oh, how can you remain so optimistic throughout all this? It's downright tiring. Tell me, why did you throw yourself into the midst of such a grueling struggle? To protect... Because I live for it, I kinda got roped into it. To protect those I love would probably be the best answer. Indeed. What else could compel us to face such dangers, I too have someone I wish to protect, with whom I want to live out my days in peace. Yes. Yes, by the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Right, let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers. With Tristal. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Eulmore. No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I could keep you safe. Well, perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it can most assuredly be done again by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? 'Tis not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that, many believe lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire, the desire to make the impossible possible. Come, darling. Like the old days, I want to be the first to see your Talos. And you shall be, my dear. I would have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. Amity. There's no N. I am glad my words struck a chord. Shall we? How conspicuous that Sid's theme plays. Awkward meeting number 1 commence. You! You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gulg by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of the land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come back here and ask for my cooperation? Well, you've every right to be upset. Valtry's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We are free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now what we did to you, to fool many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends. but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. Not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be with you once. But one thing is clear to me. All that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Gulg. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building. Nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Go get him, buddy. Ah, wicked white! Is there a problem? Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. But when I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot one rather important item that needed to bring a Talos to life. The Leonite. That's right, the heart. I'm pleased you have some familiarity with Talos. So while I work on a design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable for bringing to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. If you seek material for Talos' heart, I know people who may be able to assist. They are the Tholls, a dwarven family that have long since mined this land. No one knows its bounty as well as they. If you explain your situation, I'm sure they'd be willing to cooperate. Indeed, 'twas one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. When you find the Tholls, you will find the Tholls at their village to the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamat, and do not forget to greet him with a hearty lally-ho. Permit me to join you, Lucas. I will keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to the two of you then. The variety of ore doesn't matter so long as it's rich with ether. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return. Time to meet the Lalafels. So this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarf invoke at the Quisterium. To now be in the presence of so many. Shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Lally ho! Lally... What did you just call me? It's a greeting, lad. A lally-ho for a lally-ho. That's the way it works. Come, let's try it again. Lally-ho! Lally-ho? Not bad, not bad. But that's room for improvement. At any rate, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we have come to seek the aid of the Thor family. May we speak to Chief Zammot? Yes, you may. I am Zammot, and I bid you welcome to Tama. If it's the folk of Amity that sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hit it. You see that mountain up there? We aim to get to it by means of a Talos. Well, and here I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano and all them sin eaters neither. If you just say to us about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of ore you seek is precious to us too. If I'd let you have it only for you to bungle things up at Scarlet, like no amount of ale will wash away my Shireen. First, we need to make sure you're worthy, by means of a trial. Aye, a trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of Thol. What is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. What are we getting into? Could this trial be? Listen well. As you know, we're mining folk, and in a mining life, danger is a constant companion. So, when we come of age, each of us must provide our readiness to take to the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial that tests the 3 traits that all good miners can't do without. Discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now, look at my helm. Mark its features well. You'll be given a slingshot, but you must use to shoot dwarves, as well helms that are different. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. Let me repeat that again. Well, I am pleased that the trial isn't needlessly dangerous, though the dwarves who are our targets may beg to differ. Do you care to do the honors, my friend? Scarce needs to be said, but you are best suited of the 2 of us. You were level 71 or 2, whatever we went through, Home Minister. You're fine. Lally-ho! You must be the challenger the chief mentioned. I'll show you the rooftop at once. And as I'm sure you've been told, the 3D Mine Runner uses a slingshot to shoot them as wear the round helm. Let's begin with a spot of practice, eh? It's a red dwarf. Nice shooting. Keep it up in the actual trial, eh? That's the way. Next time it's the trial for 2. Let me know when you're ready, eh? Ready to begin the trial? Right this way, then. This time, they'll be them as wear the right helm. You shoot them, you fail. So look carefully before you let the stone fly. I'm gonna shoot them regardless. You bastard. Well done. A fine show of discernment and dexterity. Well done, well done. The trial never lies. You've got what it takes to be a miner. Run along back to the chief now, and get on with putting an end to all the strangeness of late. I've got the things to be a miner. What, are you like a level 81 miner or something? Did you get Endwalker early? And the son of impressive shooting, lad. Consider me satisfied. Aye, 'tis plain you didn't come this far with luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you and help you find the ore you seek. Did you know that Calusia is rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times. And every so often, the self-same veins yield what's called earthseed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was, we used to refine earthseed for this and that. Technique's been lost. The stuff's still out there to be had, though, provided you know where to look, and no place is surer than the Drugar's Twell. Problem is, the site's occupied by age-old rivals, the Gawks. Greedy sods claim the place as theirs and refuse to let any of the bugger near. Oh, there never was a more odious lot than them Gogs. I could go on forever about those hornless horsons. Then we'd be here forever. That won't get us anywhere. What the boils down to is this. If you want to Earthseed, you've got to deal with the Gogs. Reckon you're up for a challenge? We have dealt with followers. I am sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. That's the spirit. Now, to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll do it! I'll go with him! You, Cronut! I couldn't help overhearing. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Gold, but I didn't know why. I think the last light warden's hiding up there. The fate of Calusia. No, the world hangs in the balance. If I could be of some help, then I want to do my part. Your zeal's commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. This here's Corrit. Younger as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe is as true as any dwarves. But put him in the thick of battle, and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. If all he needed to do was dig, he'd be a dwarf. At least liable to come and send you to breakfast before he can even manage a swing. That's true. I'm hopeless in a fight. But I still want to try. Please, please let me go with you. You know what? I take care of you, you take care of the ore. Deal? Oh, thank you so much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to take Corrit, far be it for me to stop you. Keep him safe though, will you? We will. We will most assuredly encounter sin eaters along the way. Though with you in our company, there will be more spectacle than a concern. I think before this, I'm gonna take another break real quick. Probably be a little quickie one, so we'll be right back, folks. In a couple of minutes, hopefully. folks, we back from break. Let us escort a dwarf. The how do you say this? The Duergar's tool lies in a cave to the east. I am ready when you are. Well, we're level synced to 78, so at least we have our second charge. We'll keep to the road and head east. I'm in your hands. Seems we have a fair distance to cover. Be on your guard for sin eaters. Like that. Speak of the devils. Linkus, the one on the left is yours. See that core, it comes to no harm. It just rescues him. Amazing! You two are really strong. Me interested in you that Linkus is a great hero in the land whence he hails. Some would say the greatest. Really? Oh, you must have some stories to tell, Linkus. That he does. Tales to impress and inspire you in turn. By all means, have him regale to you once our work is done. I can't wait! Ah! More of them! Stay behind us, Courage. But they're behind us too! Linkus, focus on the enemy. I will protect our charge. Look at this dude. He's a white mage, he's a paladin, he's a black mage all in one. Overpowered as hell. Phew. I don't know much about fighting, but you two make a great team. Linkus is a hero unto himself. I merely follow his lead. Well, it looks like you've been doing this for years to me. Is that so? I shall take that as a compliment. Did I say the wrong thing? Not at all. Your words are most heartening. Indeed, I feel like a young man again. You talk as if you're old. How long have you two known each other anyways? Well... Oh! There's even more of them! It's too close to Amnesty for cover. Let's finish them quickly and move on. Concentrate on the ones coming for Karut. I will see to the rest. I could have got one more. Oops. Hurry! This way! How much farther to the cave? Not far. It's just past this rise. Ah, I believe I see it. Again? Appears we are surrounded. Linkus, draw them in. No need to. Tis done. Let us press on. Cries in TBN. Right. Oh! Even more sin eaters. Just as we're about to get there. One last push, then. Shall we, Linkus? We shall. Crystal Tower theme. Circus Tower battle theme, to be specific. Actually have to run forward. Yep, okay. I will shield Court. Get the Eaters everything you have. More. Quickly, spread out. Just out of nope. Sad. That's a big boy. Ow. Appears the commotion drew this one out. Linkus, time to bring all to bear. Not now. Ow. Your tale will not end here. you done? Stubborn bastard. It was a near thing in the end, but what matters is that we pulled through. Well fought, my friend. We're alive! We're alive! Let's hurry inside before any more sin eaters come. Good call. I like this kid. Right, follow me, please. I will take you to the Duergar's Well, where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. Sulfur? Wouldn't think sulfur to be a material to use in building. I may be wrong on that. If the terrain and stench are any indication, we are at the tool. Ah, there! Is that an actual word? Apparently it is a word, and definitely not what I thought it meant. The gogs with their ugly, unkempt beards. If they realize we're here, they'll come after us. Best to take them down first. Be not so hasty, Court. The animosity between your two clans notwithstanding, I would not resort to violence unless necessary. I will use an enchantment to render you invisible. It will not fool sin eaters, but it will suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us the Earthseed? Aye, I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. We would be much obliged. Without further ado, then. Ha! I can see straight through me! Right, I dig it and we will go. Let us not be either. Though Court cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by removing some few cogs from the field. To that end... Sleeping powder? Dream powder. As you may recall, we used it for the rescue mission at Luxon Loft. Thancred had some too. Truly, seems our alchemist got a little carried away into the latest batch. But if that has been useful for our endeavors, then I would have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might steal close to the dwarves and give them a dose of dream powder. Even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds. Say the word, and I will cast the enchantment. Ready to begin? Very good. Should the enchantment fade before you finish tending all the dwarves, return to me and I will cast it anew. We're going to assume it probably doesn't work on these things. So let's stay the hell away from them. Keep my eyes open. Time to call it a day. Oh, they don't say anything, you just slap them. A little drowsy. I'll say the word for drowsy. Better get some rest. Work at net analytics. Something or something, and I'm spent. All the dwarves have taken their leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all we can. Let us await Court's return. I'm back! Holy jeez. It's the purest stuff there is. Think it's enough, or shall I go dig up some more? I dare say it will suffice for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Court. Let us carry this back to... what? You okay, buddy? Are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. Long as I have been away from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. May have also overexerted myself in the moment. To have this rare opportunity, yet be unable to enjoy it to the full. Who goes there? Oh, that's Glag, Chief of the Cogs. You're one of the Thralls. I see. What it was, our miners were coming back drowsy, one after the next. I immediately suspected foul play. And what should I find here but Thrall scum skulking about? The spineless act be fitted to your limp beards. What? I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious and smell like freshly tapped adder. Gog beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's ass. Impudent whoop. Better hobgoblins' nose hairs than the feeble floppy things you dolls have dangling from your faces. Like oil and water. This is not like the end of its own accord. Linkus, do you perchance have some dream powder left? This was beginning to get interesting. Worry not, my friend. Something tells me you'll have ample opportunity later to witness their bickering. For now, however, we should be on our way. What the swaven? And down goes Fraser. Or however that goes. Forgive me, Court, but we need you to be calm as well. I'm sorry, it's just when it comes to the Gogs, I can't help but see red. You needn't apologize, my friend. You are here on our account, and we have naught but gratitude for you. Now that we have what we came for, however, it is time to take our leave. The Talos awaits its heart. Well, my friend, much as I enjoyed our time together, I think it best we split up, that we might accomplish our tasks more swiftly. I shall see the Earthseed safely to the hands of Chynuz. While I am thus employed, would you be so good as to deliver Court back to Tomra? Yeah, I could do that. My thanks, Lucas. Brief though it was, 'twas an honor to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. This music is so good. Lally ho! Glad you're back and in one piece. How did you fare over the Earthseed then? I got them all they needed. The Exarch on his way to Amity with it now. Good to hear the young color was a help. As it happens, a few others came forward while you were gone, saying what they wanted to do to their bed as well. Given that you're building the Talos, we reckoned you'd be needing some mining tools, so we went and modified our spare axes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. From what our scouts told me, the crowd gathered at top rung already. Go and see that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh? Look at everybody here. Look, even some of the keepers came. Oh, Magnus. Look, Lakers, people from all over have come to help us quarry stone. It's even all of them. As we speak, the volunteers Dankard and Reed recruited are being escorted to the worksite by both Crystarium and Eulmore soldiers, no less. So as you can see, we have plenty of hands. There's just one problem. We don't have enough tools to put in them. We've been desperately trying to round up more, but we haven't had much luck so far. We got some dwarven tools. Pickaxes from the dwarves. Trust you to have exactly what we need exactly when we need it. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and hand them out to everyone so they can get to work. We're ready to do our bit, Linkus. We just need tools to do it with. Got you some pickaxes here, Kaishir. Pickaxes? Loads of them. Now we may all work to our heart's content. Wouldn't expect... Well, I don't have any talents. I do have a strong back. And what strength I have, I'll gladly use it for the sake of peace. Yeah, we got the land moving again, didn't we? We join hands, there's no Talos we can't build. I still haven't repaid you an alpha note for saving me, and I'm not sure I ever could. That ain't gonna stop me trying. I'm with you to the end. You got it, buddy. Come on, you lot. Look lively. We've come, Linkus. In case you're wondering, Gus John is here too. Couldn't wait to start breaking rocks though, so he's gone on ahead. He could have at least left us a spare set of tools. Ah, wonderful. Now we can be about it too. Quartering isn't exactly my stock in trade, but this time I feel as though my wife will be with me, guiding my hand. So let's make it happen. Let's build a world where everyone can live without fear, where everyone has a place they can go home to. That's the spirit, buddy. Right, then let's be on our way. What are you still doing here, Thaf? I thought you brought your own tools. I did, and I was just about to head off when I saw Jerk. Oh gods, if this plan works and the giant Talos comes to life. Just imagine the size of the trolley it could push! Imagine it! He's still raving on about that. How many times do I have to tell you that that's not what the Talos is for? Where the hell will the tracks even go? It's bound to be somewhere. You just need a little imagination. Seeing as the stoneworks has evolved, maybe we could have a trolley added to the design. Enough! We're going to work. If I hear any more about trolleys from you, I'll have you pushing one yourself. These two are just like, alright. Don't mention a trolley. Long time no see, traveler. Are you waiting to be issued a pickaxe too? I'm here to issue you your pickaxe. Oh, you clearly want, and none neither are we. Rest assured, we will put these to good use and work very, very hard. Of course, one cannot work on an empty stomach, which is why I brought some tasty worms to share. As much as we would all enjoy a treat, perhaps the worms are best saved for afterwards. Yeah, no. Let them be after the job. Greetings, Linkus. You may not remember me, but I'm one of the carers from the End of Journey's Head. After Knight returned to Amaray, we noticed a change in our patients. The transformation had halted on every one of them. I can't express what it did to the mood of the place. We were still celebrating days later when who should come along but Alice. She said that she sought the aid of those who believed in the Warrior of Darkness. We all answered her call right there and then. Of course, some few carers had to remain behind, but as many of us came as could be spared. That's good to hear. I too have great respect for the Warrior of Darkness. When we meet, I'll sure to treat him to a nice plump one. That's a giant dwarf. My thanks, Linkus. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. I think I'll go and join the soldiers standing guard over the volunteers. It would be a shame if they fell prey to sin eaters after all the trouble we've gone to. Right. Let us see this plan as a resounding success, for the sake of all in Norvant. I think there will be a good stopping point for the day. Considering what I noticed about that. If this is a quest that I think it is, then yeah, probably a good stopping point. And then, let's see, tomorrow's Friday, so not going to stream Friday, not going to stream Saturday. Sunday? Do I want to stream Sunday? I might stream Sunday. I might stream Sunday. Depends on how I feel, but I might stream Sunday. But definitely on Monday. And like I said, that'll be it for me tonight, folks. Hope you enjoyed hanging out, chilling, whatever it is you do. Whether it be here on the YouTubes, at also YouTube. I think I said FF14 is my YouTube. I don't know if I have a custom URL, but should be that. But anyways, I think I know the one person who I'm going to send you off to if they are still streaming. They are. I'm going to go over there and chillax with probably some leftover Taco Bell. So we're going to go to one Mr. Jesse Cox, who I think is doing some filming for a video upcoming. So we are going to head over there. And as for me, I might be back on Sunday, like I said. Monday will be definitely. Sunday, maybe. We'll put Sunday as a maybe. Yes, I'm going to hop off, go get me some food. Hope you folks have a good rest of your Thursday or Friday, wherever it is or you are in the world. Please stay safe out there, whatever you do. And I will see you the next time. Have a good one, folks.
Ah, that's right. Never mind.